Okay guys, I'm going to try this one last time, and if it doesn't work, I'm done. So, this is a planner. I was using my DIY arc, and I had said, you know, if anything, I'm going to be using that until there is a dramatic change, and if there is, then I reserve the right to purchase a planner if I need to. And there have been many dramatic changes, and I was talking to my husband a couple weeks ago. I said, I just think I need like an actual robust planner that is, you know, capable of me planning further into the future. And he said, just do what you need to do. And so I ordered this. I'm still going to use that ARC planner as my control journal, and I'm going to still update the calendar because as I go to work and school, my mom is the best person ever. She is going to watch our son, and she said that she wouldn't mind helping me keep up some things around the house. And so that is going to be like her book, and I'm going to write down things that I'm hoping she can help me with and get done. And she's got the control journal there to help her, and she'll have, you know, when my appointments are. So I think that's going to be kind of like a communication tool between her and I. And this is going to be the planner that I carry with me. This is a Plum paper planner, and I ordered it because I liked the customization that was available. I love the 8.5 by 11 size, and they have that. And ever since I've been using it in the ARC, I love the big, huge space. So they have, I believe, A5, 7 by 9, and 8.5 by 11. A ton of different layouts. You can get them coiled, or you can get them unbound, unpunched, and you can just customize the heck out of them. This is the ruler that you can purchase from them, and I thought that was kind of lame because this planner is an expensive planner. All of them are. To me, they are on the pricey end of things. And to not include a plastic ruler with the Today marker is just kind of, I don't understand that, because I think most people would expect it and most people would want it. It has a ruler on the side that goes up to 8 inches. It was a few dollars, but I was just like, come on, when you're spending this much for a planner and you're paying for shipping and all of that, you're not going to throw in the plastic bookmark? Whatever. So I ordered it, and you can see that it snaps into the coil. But I just wanted to point that out, that this is not included, but it is nice. It's nice and heavy duty. It's probably the best bookmark that I've felt. So all of the Plum paper planners come with this heavy-duty plastic cover. So let me show you the back. You can choose which cover you want. This was from their Valentine's Day collection. I just thought it was really pretty. I liked the colors and the design. And so the front and back have this heavy plastic. And then they have the cover, which is like a tear and bend and waterproof resistant kind of material. And that's kind of got a softer finish to it. So that's what you see on the front, is this heavy, shiny plastic. I have it covered because my husband asked me, please don't show our son on the internet, and so I respect that. You can have the date on the top, or you don't have to. You can have things in different places. I chose to have text with my name, and you can choose all different colors and font styles, and then I put a big picture of our beautiful son right here on the front. You can put letters, your name. You don't have to have a picture. You don't have to have anything. It's really, like I said, customizable. My only complaint, other than the bookmark at this point, would be the fact that there is no pen loop in this planner, and there's no option for a pen loop, and they don't sell them separately like they sell the bookmarks. So I pulled this out of an old Leuchtturm notebook, and I just stuck it on here with like a command strip. I don't know why there's no pen loop, but I always like to have a pen loop with my planner. Speaking of pens, the paper in this is phenomenal. It reminds me of like Clairefontaine or like Rhodia. It's super silky. It's got like a nice lustrous kind of finish. Having said that, I don't think every pen would do well on this. I don't think that a fountain pen or even a lot of gel pens would do well. I think it would require too much dry time for a planner, and I have been using ballpoint pen exclusively in this, and I've had no issue with that. I think a Sharpie pen might do okay. I don't know if it would bleed through the pages, but this is just an old school Bic Crystal. I've also used my Swarovski ballpoint in here, and no issue. So I think I'm going to be using just ballpoint in this. And you know me, I like a good big pen. If you know, I like all pens. So every planner They have all different kinds of layouts and options. They have the colorful option, which is the one I chose. So the months tabs are different colors, and then the pages correspond with that color. They also have a neutral option where things are kind of gray and blue. Everybody gets this front page. And so I didn't unbox. I've done this video a million times. The unboxing was just not going to work. So this is already used. And some of it I can't show you. Some of it I don't mind, because who cares if you know the first name of somebody and the day of their birth? I don't care. But some of it I can't show you. So everybody gets the 2019 planner, and I really like the aesthetics. I like the color, I like the look, I like the font, I like the layout. I just think it's a nice looking planner, and I like how big everything is. So I'm going to carry this with me. My purse is way too small to have even like a teeny tiny planner in it. So I anticipate when I'm going to work or school, obviously, I'm going to have a backpack or a bag of some sort, and this will just go in it. Even though it's heavy, I'm not going to sweat it too much. So then the next page everybody gets, and it's labeled with the months, and it just says special date. So I've just used this for anniversaries and birthdays. I'll show you this page of the next one. It's exactly the same as the last, except there's nothing in these boxes. And it says ideas, plans, and goals. I saw somebody on YouTube, and I can't remember who it was. She was using this to write down her measurements and her weight every month, because there are 12 boxes. And I thought that is a fantastic idea. That is what I'm going to do. So even though I got this planner to start in February, and you can get any start month you want, and you can get different lengths. You can get like 6 months, 8 or 12 months, I think 18 months. And you have a lot of options. Even though it starts in February, there are 12 boxes, and I had my measurements and weight from January, so I wrote that in, and then I wrote February at the start, and so that's what I'm going to do on these pages. Then there is a blank notes page, and then you start the months, and you can see there's kind of a pattern on here. This isn't showing up exactly true to color on camera, and I'm actually going to flip all the way to the end. So I wanted to make this video because I didn't see anybody else have this layout on YouTube. And with this layout, I didn't realize you only get 6 months. I didn't even know that there wasn't an option, but I realized it once I got it. I'm like, I only have 6 months in this planner, but I think it's because of the layout I chose. So I really wanted the vertical priorities layout, and I wanted this size. They didn't have it. So I emailed them saying, could you do it? They said no. I don't know why, but I couldn't get the one I wanted. But I really wanted this size. So then I started looking at what they had available in this size. I think they have the most options of layouts in the 7x9. So I started looking at what is available in this size. And then I thought about what's going to be happening. And I thought, maybe I want to try a daily. The more space, the better. They have one daily layout option, and I decided I wanted to go for it. Having been in this for like a week, I don't know if it's for me, but I'm going to keep going with it unless it drives me crazy, and then I might have to get something different, go back to a weekly spread, but I'm going to use it for now and see how it goes. So all of these are the same. I just flipped to July because this has the least amount of things written in it, so that's why. You can see that the tabs are, I think these are Mylar or something, and this is kind of a heavier coated cardstock. It's kind of glossy. I don't think anything other than a ballpoint pen or maybe a Sharpie would do well on this. So you've got goals, birthdays, events, things to remember, and then you have 2 that are unlabeled that you could label yourself. And look at all this gorgeous space. Then you have every month has a page at the front with the top, and it is just lined. So I've been using this literally just for notes about whatever, doing a little bit of meal planning on it. I was watching, I think it was Annie Smith, and she was talking about how to use a planner, and she said literally write everything in it. That's the difference between having a calendar and a planner. You're on the phone, you take notes in it. You forget something and you remember it or whatever. This is just for everything. You just put everything in this. And I thought, with this size of a notebook, I literally can put everything in it. And she said, don't worry about not remembering. Usually you'll remember, the month that happened in. And if not, even if you don't, there's not that much to flip through. It might take you a couple minutes to flip through to find the note that you're looking for. But she said, usually she can remember a month or a week that it was in. I thought that was brilliant. That is what I'm going to do. I have so much space. I've cleared things off of my desk, like little notepads and stuff, because really I'm going to try to make this my everything, just dump it in here book. Everybody gets a month spread, and I don't think this is customizable, and I think this is pretty much what it looks like in everybody's, all of the different layouts. You have just a blank box here, so you can label this however you want, and then the next month, and then you have, these boxes are almost 2 by 2 inches. It's so luxurious. And they just kind of lightly gray out the days that are either in the previous month or in the next month, and then the ones that are that actual month are a little more prominent. They do split boxes. I will show you that from June so that you can see what that looks like. But in the box this big, I like have almost an inch in each one. In a smaller planner, you might not like that. It doesn't really bother me that it's split like that. So after my month layout comes my daily layout. So this color changes based on the tab. And this is what it looks like. You can customize the titles of each of these areas. I kept some the same and I changed some, so let me move this a little closer to me. So you've got the month, and then they have the day and the date, and then I kept this the same, to do, and it's got a ton of little dots all the way down. Today's priorities, I kept that the same. Today's schedule, I kept the same, and you can see how it's broken up like that. You can put the time and then whatever it is. And then I changed this, I don't remember what it was, but I put school. Notes is the same, and then this was labeled something and I took it off. I don't remember what it was. So I'm basically using this as my daily to-dos. Anything specific about school I'm putting here. Any appointments that are timed I put here, and I like that it doesn't have the times already there, and it's not that big because I don't have that many appointments in a day, but there's a lot of room for there's tons. And then today's priorities, there are 3. Sometimes I have that filled out, sometimes I don't, but it's like if it has to get done that day, like trash to the curb, that goes there. And then I've been putting my meal plan down here, and then if I'm on the phone and I like write something important, or like I had to write a website down that this lady gave me, I just put it in here, anything that I want to stand out. That could change, but that's kind of how I'm using it now. The point is, look at how much room I have. This could be overkill. This is like the behemoth of all planners. This could be way more space than I need. But first of all, white space doesn't bother me. And second of all, I will never run out of room for anything. So each day looks like that, and it just goes through the month like so. I really would have liked that vertical's priority layout, but like I said, I'm going to use this unless it drives me crazy, and then I'll change. At the end of the month, you have 2, or in this one, I have 2 lined notes pages that I'll just use to, like I said, write everything and anything down. The other thing about Plum paper planners is they have all of these add-ons. Sorry, I'm trying to move my light. And you can either put the add-on at the end of each month, so they kind of divvy up the add-on to put at the end of your months, or you can have it all in one section in the back. That lighting is worse. So I chose to put those sections in the back. I think I would do that differently now. I think that I like this section, reflection. They have so many. They have like home and business, and I don't even remember, budget, baby. I don't remember all the ones they have. So it makes sense to have some of them grouped together, and I think it makes sense to have some of them divvied up between the months. Like I said, I just did them grouped together, but I would do it a little bit differently, I think, in the future. The other thing that I found curious was this is only a 6-month planner, and I think it's just because the sheer amount of days that you have. I think the weekly planners default to a year, but I didn't realize this was only a 6-month planner. But again, it makes sense because the paper and how big it is. You're limited to your add-ons by how big the coils are, how many pages you can add. I think if you get it unpunched and unbound, you can get as many add-ons as you want. But I put the reflection all in the back, and the curious thing is I have 6 months, but I have 12 months worth of reflection. So I wonder if I had divvied it up between the months, if I would only have 6 months of reflection pages, because you'd only need 6 months worth of reflection pages. I only have 6 months. So what would they have done with the other 6 months? Or now that I have 12 months, what am I going to do with the rest of the 12 months? Am I going to have this planner and then a different planner and keep coming back? I don't know. So it's kind of weird. So I'm going to now stand up because I have this filled out and I don't want you to see what I have written, but I want you to see how it looks. So this is the reflection section. And at the front, it's basically just like a goal planning. You talk about your values and your goals and a daily, yearly, and lifetime, what that goal will look like, different areas of your life. Then once you do the little goal planning section, you've got, this is like the monthly reflection. So I actually filled this out for January because I have all of these pages, but it was kind of hard to do it at the end of the month. So, because I was filling it out at the beginning of February. So this is February, and I've actually already started to fill it out because it's easier for me to remember these things as I go, and I will show you what I mean. So, what you have is a place to write the past month in 3 words. You can kind of rate different areas of your life. I started, I finished. Top 3 for things I did, foods I ate, places I went, things I read or watched, most memorable part of the month, this month's goal. So what's your main goal for this month and progress you made towards that goal, how you succeeded, how you can improve, and steps to improve. So as I'm finishing a book or whatever, I'm just going to write it down. As something memorable happens, I'm going to write it down because even though if it's the most memorable thing, I should remember it. Sometimes I don't. So I'm just going to jot things down as they happen or as they are applicable to this. If I eat somewhere awesome, I might write that down. And I don't feel like I need to fill the whole thing out. But one thing that I thought, I should write the goal that I have, my main goal that I want to work on this month here. So then I can evaluate that at the end of the month instead of trying to think back, what would have been a good goal for this month and how have I, done that? Or how have I, progressed to that? And then, if I succeed at something or something doesn't go right, or as I think of things, I'm just going to add to this as I go throughout the month, which makes me think it would have been kind of nice to have it in the monthly section. So I get to the end of this, and I think this is kind of unnecessary. It just seems like the monthly ones are so much more thought out. And then this yearly reflection is just kind of like, it's just kind of lame compared to the monthly ones. So it just has you take those, the way you charted different parts of your life and just put it here so you can see it all in one page. And then the top 5 things you did, foods you ate, places you went, and things you read or watched. I thought, you have all this stuff about goals, and then there's no reflection on how well you've progressed through or to your goals at the end. And I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity on their part, that nothing like that was included at the end. So to me, their yearly reflection was kind of lame. I liked the monthly reflection, but this was just, what's the point at that point? Then I have a notes section. So I got my notes section all at the back, and I think in the future I would do that. But you can also have notes added to the end of each month. So you could do both. You can have them separated with a divider, and then you can have them added to the end, or one or the other. But I like to have paper at the back of mine, so you can add different amounts. I think I added 20 sheets. So I got lined. You can get different combinations. They have like dot grid, blank, lined. So I got lined, but you can have different amounts of different combinations, however you want it. And so at the end of that, so I've already started using that. These are just things that I need to have with me. I think everybody gets a couple pages of dot grid, no matter whether you order them or not. And then I'm going to go like this. So this is the passwords page, and I'm definitely going to use that. I have no shame. If it doesn't need to be in my brain, it's not going to be. So I'm going to be transferring over, probably not my bank passwords. I have those memorized, but just anything else is going here because I don't need to remember that. What I'm covering up is a contacts page. So you see you get one of these. There's 14 on one side, and then there is 14 on the other side. I love that they have paper contacts pages because I use them. I don't use them for everybody. My contacts are on my phone, just like, most people, but I do like to have them on paper, just important ones. So spouse, parents, brother, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and, just certain people that emergency people. And I like to have emergency people in multiple states because you never know what's going to happen where. So a couple of really close friends as well. I think I have 6 or 7 written down, and I may add to that. And they give you enough for 28 total. But I like to use them just for those reasons. You never know what happens to your phone, and if something were to happen to me and they see that I have this, maybe they would look through that, maybe they couldn't get into my phone, that type of thing. Another page that I think is kind of a waste is this U.S. holidays page, because this planner is a U.S. planner, and so it already has all the holidays pre-printed on it. It's a Sunday start, by the way, on the monthly calendar, and then I think all the weeklies are Monday start. I can't remember, though. And that might be an option you can customize. Obviously, that's not an issue because I have dailies, but I don't know why you would need this, because I don't need to know when, even though we all know New Year's Day is always going to be January 1st no matter what year, but I don't need to know when Martin Luther King Jr. Day is in 2021. I will have a calendar that will probably have that written on there. Then you have your 2020 calendar. Then you've got, everybody gets a pocket, and it's nice. It's like a plasticky kind of feel, and it looks like that. So I have some coupons in mine. And then another option that I added on was a top-loading plastic sleeve, and I think you can get up to 3. This is a very nice quality plastic sleeve. It is very sturdy and thick, and I like it a lot. I use it. I've had them in planners before. My Success Choice planner always had one, and I always ended up using it for all kinds of little odds and ends. So what I've got in it is my Don't Quit card that I always have, and then I just have this Hobonichi notebook that I have passwords written in, so I'm just going to look through this, and when I have time, write the passwords on the actual password page. Not all passwords are just, like, this is so secretive, nobody can know. Most of it is just, lame, that nobody wants to go into my account and look at whatever's there. And that's it. This is the end of the planner. So I'm going to use it unless it drives me crazy, and then I'm going to stop and I'll get a weekly planner. But I thought I'd like to give the daily a try. It only goes through July, so if I use it all the way through July, then that would be great. But yeah, I wanted to show you the daily. And so it's a huge planner, but I'm kind of liking it. The daily thing, but the size and the other aspects of the planner I really like. I would have designed it a little bit differently, like I said, but this is my first time, and I just wanted to try it out. So anyway, if you have questions or comments, you can leave them below. I'm interested to know what you're using at this point. Is it still working for you? I don't know when I'll be back again, but I just have to say, Enthusiastically Dawn, if you follow her, I love her videos. She's just, she's great. And she said she might stop making her videos. That kind of bummed me out. I don't know why I had to throw that in there, but I just wanted to say that, because I think her style is like mine. No editing, what you see is what you get, and it's just a one-take deal. So I just want to throw that out there. If you're watching this, Dawn, please don't stop making videos. And that's, hypocritical of me to say, because I make very few these days, but I'll still make. I'm not going to say I'm not going to make any more videos. In fact, I think I might do a pen declutter organization thing. It's kind of out of control. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a really great day. Happy Valentine's Day. It's almost here, and when I say happy Valentine's Day, I just mean I hope you have a happy Thursday. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.